Hello everybody, this is Tommy at Capital Nutrition. Today we're going to be discussing fat burners. The fat burning process is a very intricate process. There's two types of fat in the body. There's brown adipose tissue and white adipose tissue. Brown adipose tissue is actually closely related to muscle. During gastrulation, it's actually derived from the dermamyotome, same with the myocytes or muscle cells. So there are differences. I usually like to use the analogy to differentiate the two, likening brown adipose tissue to a densely populated urban area. There's a lot of activity going on, so that's similar to all the mitochondrial blood vessels. It's heavily innervated, so there's a lot of activity going on. Where the white adipose tissue, by contrast, would be more similar to a rural area. Not much activity going on. Not much there. There's not much mitochondria, not much blood vessels running through white adipose tissue. Basically, it's single droplet liquid or single droplet, fat that exists there. It's called unilocular fat, as opposed to brown adipose tissue, which is multilocular fat. So basically, with the research that's out there now, they're showing that white adipose tissue does have catecholamine latent brown fat cells within white adipose tissue. They're controlled by transcriptional factors like PR domain containing 16. PR domain containing 16 can help with the expression of PPAR, peroxisome proliferator activated receptor alpha, which can then help with uncoupling protein 1. UCP1 is a mitochondrial intermembrane protein that plays a very fundamental role in the fat burning process. Mainly, it causes mitochondrial protein leaks. So this is very important for the fat burning process. The three fat burners that we're going to be discussing today help with this process. The first one we're going to cover is Dexaprine. iForce's Dexaprine is a very powerful fat burner. It's a stimulant-based fat burner. So you're going to notice an increase in energy, mental acuity. A lot of the pharmacological compounds in the different herbs in this one are very potent for helping with lipolysis, where you're burning up fat for energy. It can help brown some of those white fat cells. To further differentiate too, brown fat and white fat. Brown fat's found a lot in hibernating mammals like bears and babies. Babies have a lot of brown adipose tissue to protect them from hypothermia in case they get left out in the cold or not covered good enough. The brown adipose tissue helps with non-shivering thermogenesis. It atrophies as we get older. It's mainly found in interscapular areas in the body, whereas white adipose tissue becomes the main form of fat in the body. And basically, fat is a stored form of energy. If you're taking in more than you're burning, you store it as fat. So basically, what fat burners help doing is they help your body release it into the bloodstream, be burned up as a source of energy, and that's lipolysis. Dexaprine helps with lipolysis. They have a three-tier ingredient list. The first one is their thermophoric amine mood enhancement complex. They have citrus aurantium and acacia rigaudulea. Citrus aurantium has a lot of potent pharmacological compounds that are similar to amphetamines, so they can really help increase mental acuity, focus, give the impetus to want to stay active and work out. They can help shift the body in lipolysis so you are burning up fat for energy. The next ingredient is acacia rigaudulea. Acacia rigaudulea is a powerful fat burner, can help suppress appetite, so you won't eat any of those inessential meals throughout the day. It's still good to eat frequently. A lot of the research does show that acute meals throughout the day will help with fat burning. A lot of people who are on hypocaloric diets, what happens is the metabolism slows up to almost 40%. So eating eating frequent smaller meals throughout the day is very important. And then using a Dexaprine. Some of the benefits of this one: you take one in the morning, one large pill. It's an extended release tab, so it'll release slowly throughout the day. If it is too strong, you can break it in half. The only downside of that is that it would release a lot of the ingredients really quickly, so you might not get the appetite suppressant 3 to 4 hours after ingestion. The second ingredient is the energy complex. They have caffeine, and then they have green tea standardized for theophylline. Now, theophylline is a methylxanthine related to caffeine. It's really good for increasing energy, mental acuity, just kind of give you that impetus to want to stay active, work out, especially through a long day. You could definitely, notice a difference. You're not as tired. You feel like going to the gym and working out, so it's very important. And then the last is the lipolytic agents. They have isopropyl octapomine and Rauwolfia serpentina, standardized for Rauwolfine. Rauwolfine contains the stereoisomer of yohimbine. Now, yohimbine is a very potent lipolytic agent. It can help shift the body in lipolysis, so you're kind of releasing that fat into the bloodstream to be burned up as a source of energy. So it can be very effective for helping you burn fat. The isopropyl octapomine is shown to be a very good lipolytic agent like alpha-yohimbine. Both of them are beta-2 agonists, which is very important in the fat burning process. Some interesting trivia in the octapomine is that in non-vertebrate animals like lightning bugs, it works through the terminal abdominal ganglion, which innervates their paired lantern organs to light them up. So in July, you see a lightning bug out there, and it's the octapomine. So this is Dexaprine, very strong. I definitely would not take it with a pre-workout. Also, it'd be a little bit too much. Caffeine draws out your energy and downregulates in the body. So you want to kind of use, just as directed, which is 1 in the morning, or break the pill in half, 1 in the morning, and then 1 sometime in the afternoon. Similar to Dexaprine is Pro Supplements DNPX2. This is a very potent fat burner, just like the Dexaprine. Some of the differences, they has an ingredient there called 3,5-diodoalthyronine or diadoalthyronine. This is derived from desiccated, dried porcine glandular complex, and it's a really good thyromimetic substance that can help modulate the thyroid, so it'll help shift the body lipolysis, so you're burning up fat for energy. It's very effective, very popular in the industry. Feedback in the stores, awesome, does work. 3,5-diodoalthyronine on its own is very effective, but in this product they also have it with the alpha-yohimbine, which, as we discussed in the Dexaprine, is a really good lipolytic agent, can help burn fat. With DNPX2, just like the Dexaprine, you're going to notice an increase in energy, mental acuity. You want to take 1 in the morning, don't want to take another one in the afternoon, just usually 1 a day will suffice. Just like the Dexaprine too, I would not take it with any other pre-workouts. It's very strong. It can serve as a pre-workout in itself just because the caffeine and all the other adrenergic substances in there work really well. A lot of the other ingredients here are neuromodulators, so they can really kind of help increase mental acuity. Neuromodulators will basically help, increase cognition, neuronal fluidity. So all around, 2 very good potent fat burners, and they work well. And the last one is a non-stimulant fat burner that we get a lot of good feedback on the stores. And as you guys know, we only recommend products that we get good feedback on. It's one of the biggest things that kind of differentiate us from our competitors. This one by Garden of Life is their Fucothin Green with green coffee bean extract. The main ingredient in here is the fucoxanthin. They've had this out for years. It works really well to help with thermogenesis. It's very effective. I get a lot of good feedback on it. Now, some of the feedback, you want to continually use fucoxanthin. The more you use it, the better. So you'll notice it better in 2 to 3 bottles as you will when you first take it. So a little bit different than the Dexaprine and the DNPX2. You won't notice immediate results, but it takes time. It's very gradual. When it starts working, it definitely works. Then they added the green coffee bean extract, and they used the Svetdol version, which is one of the most popular versions. I believe this was shown on the Dr. Oz program. I'm not sure if he recommended it himself, but I think he highlighted it on his show. It does have 50% chlorogenic acid, and one of the reasons people search for the Svetdol version is that they do a liquid chromatography test to ensure that there is 50% chlorogenic acid. And the chlorogenic acid helps shift the body lipolysis. It helps reduce the activity of glucose 6-phosphate. So it releases glucose in the liver, which can be turned into fat. So preventing that is really important for preventing belly fat. So very potent, no stimulants again, so that can be really good for anyone taking a pre-workout or just doesn't want to have any kind of stimulants or any kind of caffeine. This one would be perfect for them. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. Stop in any of the stores. I would definitely recommend with the DNPX2 and the Dexaprine to ask for a sample. We have plenty of samples in our stores, just to see if you like it. You might not like it, and if you don't, this is a really good alternative to those two. Thank you very much, and please visit us at capitalnutrition.com. Thank you.